Hello and welcome to something a little different, where I'm gonna do a game, a text-based game. This is gonna be highly experimental. We're gonna see how it works. Wow. Alright, so the game we're gonna play is Champion of the Gods. You can get it on Steam. This is something I've wanted to kind of test out, and this is the test of it. This is all a test. A test of the format, I guess you could say. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm playing Champion of the Gods, which is a text-based adventure, choose-your-own-adventure type thing, where there's no visuals. It's just text with little bubbles, and it's pretty cool, and I'm going to try to do this text-based thing, because I can do that because you don't really need to see it, because it's just this text. So, it'll be cool. Champion of the Gods by Jonathan Valukas. Woohoo! Let's start this thing. So, in Champion of the Gods, it's like it's kind of like a mythology based, but it's like its own kind of weird mythology. You'll see. You'll understand as it goes on. The Call of Destiny. You awake in darkness, stirred from sleep by a sound like thunder. Sitting up, you can hear your breathing and the heavy beating of your heart. Apart from that, the night is quiet. Was it only a dream? You look at the chamber around you. Moonlight bleeds through the shutters. You can just barely discern the clay walls and forms of your other family members. Alert and awake, like you, they are waiting. The noise is louder when it returns, a long, rumbling howl, inhuman to be sure, but brimming with rage. Whatever it is, it must be at the edge of the village. Dun, dun, dun! And now it is joined by the plaintive moan of the sentinel's horns. The alarm. Dun, dun, dun! You feel your father spring to his feet, the earthen floor shaking beneath you. He throws open the window and the entryway to let in more of the moonlight. Clasping his tunic over his shoulder, he takes his spear in hand and readies himself to face an unknown enemy. As archon of the village, he is no stranger to the task. Your mother dons her chiton, already, there's a way to say that, already whispering the prayers to Hansenus that will bring the warrior's strength. You have seen your parents prepare this way many times, whenever there is danger. Until now, you have always watched them go in silence, but tonight is different. Tonight you feel certain that you must fight by their side. Dun, dun. You rise to join them, gathering your cloak. You reach with a spade, hoping to use it as a weapon, but your father stays your hand. Not you. You are a brave child, but you are not of age. You glance into the darkness. Your younger sibling watches you closely, no doubt perturbed by the thought of being left alone. You are sure the little one would come to no harm, just as you are sure that you are needed at the edge of the village. Your mother smiles at you warmly as she steps into the night. She does not have to tell you what she expects you to do. There is a firmness in her eyes. You look to your father. He too expects your obedience, but a force greater than either of you is guiding your hand. What will you do? Okay, so, first decision. I can make my apologies and run, stomp back to my mat and pretend to obey my father, rebuke my father and run, or politely return to my mat and pretend to obey my father. So I can just say, like, sorry, I'm out, and run off. I can go, I'm so angry, I'm gonna go sit down, and then go. Or I can just be like, nope, screw you, woo! Or I can go back to the mat, and then probably after that sneak out and go. So I think I'm going to play, like, I think for this playthrough, I'm gonna play a jerk. So stomp back to my mat and pretend to obey my You skulk, back to your mat and sit there. There are children twice my age who can barely be trusted to reap wheat at harvest time, you pout. I only ask that you show me what I can do. You let me show you what I can do. Yay, reading! Your father's face betrays his pride. I can't talk. The time will come when you are ready to fulfill your ambition, but that time is not yet at hand. Your father waits for you to return to your mat. He does not leave until he has seen you sit down beside your youngest sibling and stay there. Then he is gone. You can hear people running through the village past your door. You can feel the excitement and the danger beyond the walls. When you are sure enough time has gone by, you begin making your way towards the door. A young voice calls across the room. This is clever. This is a different, since they're doing it differently, this is in fact a different choice than what I saw before. So this is kind of cool, because this is determining whether you're male or female. So your younger sibling says, "Big brother, where are you going?" or "Big sister, where are you going?" depending on what you pick. So I'm going to be a male this playthrough. And I think I might do another playthrough sometime too, because I think that would be cool. So, you turn to your young brother, Pancakeeas. Take one look into his eyes and decide. To threaten my brother with punishment if he makes noise while I sneak away. That's what I'm choosing. I'm gonna threaten him if he tries to. You do not answer to children. I will go where I wish, boy. And if you breathe one word of any of this, or warn any of the other villagers that I have gone, I will give you a lashing myself. I have no need of... You are unable to continue speaking because Pancakeeas is already crying at your cruelty. It is a long wail like that of a babe. In truth, do you suppose he is little more than one? Pancakeeas, hush your mouth. You will be punished if you... But there's no consoling the child, and no time to waste beating him up either. You flee into the night, with his moans echoing over your shoulder, taking up the spade as you go. The village that you run past is empty. Most of the people have remained in their homes, waiting for the trouble to pass. As for the sentinels, you can hear them at the wall. You let the sound of commotion pull you forward. You feel that the decision to disobey your father was not really yours. Even so, you tell yourself it was choice because the fools of this village will peril if not for me. This community has nurtured you as much as your family has. Will you allow them to face danger while you stay in your home? You arrive at the edge of the village. Your father is already here. He has ordered his sentinels into a defensive position. A defensive position. Men, get in a position. Their spears are raised in a long row, facing the high mound of stone that is your village wall. Father orders the fighters into second position, and the edges of their weapons tilt towards the coming enemy. You can hear a raging creature outside the wall, ready to come in, but it has not shown itself yet. Farther back, your mother prays with the other attendants of Hansus. Their low murmur swells to confront another unearthly cry. Some of the attendants carry torches, hoping to provide light for the battle, but these seem only to throw more shadows. Suddenly, a length of the wall begins to topple. Stones come crashing down, burying themselves in the soil, and the monster tumbles over with them. It glistens in the moonlight, the hairs on its back like tiny spears. You barely recognize that it is boar, the size of which you have never seen. You are ready for action! The sentinels advance. A female warrior leaps out of formation to stab the boar's neck, but is swept aside with a single turn of its head. A young man comes forward now to break its hide with his spear. Before he can, he is gored by the beast's tusk and thrown clear, bleeding into the dust. The sentinels pull his body clear of the fight, and a priestess runs to his side. You know that by the time the night is over, many will fall to this beast. It is impossible, and it's impossibly fast, and impossibly strong. Yes, you know you will beat it. You step forward, scrambling ahead of the sentinel's formation. Your father Bewildered, cries your name. I will tell you my name. Pancakeeas. Pancakeeas! Curse you, Pancakeeas! Pancakeeas, he calls, horrified that his son is facing the beast alone. But you will soon show him there is nothing to fear, because you know that you are strong enough to snap off the boar's tusks one by one. To the amazement of the crowd, you bound onto the creature's head. You hold fast to the thick, sharp hairs on its back and wrap an arm around one of its tusks. When the beast attempts to throw you, you snap it off with a sound like a fig tree splitting in the summer heat. The boar notices what has happened immediately, and a rumbling squeal escapes from its throat. It turns to you in the night while you continue to cling to its head surprisingly with little effort. You are frankly amazed at your own strength, but perhaps it was a power you never needed until now. Suddenly you realize that you've only removed one of the creature's tusks. Your goal had been to take both. So I can remove the other tusk as I intended, roll off the creature and allow it to run away, or thrust the broken tusk into its skull, killing it. Well, I'm going to say, this character, Pancakeeas, he wants to succeed. He's going to do whatever it takes to be victorious. And in terms of that, Pancakeeas is going to carry out his task. He's going to remove the other tusk. Achievement, defeat boar. You have defeated the great boar. You drop the tusk and move on to your next prize. The boar knows what you are doing and works to throw you from its back. Even as it gallops over the burst wall into the valley, you wrap your tiny arm. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Under the remaining tusk and get a solid grip, fastening your other hand to the beast's snout for leverage. When the boar attempts to throw you one more time, you use its maneuver as another opportunity, rolling off its back while you break your second trophy. Lying in the dust, you hold up the tusk triumphantly! I'm going to use this water bottle. Whoa! While the beast roars past you into the night, so it just ripped its tusks off. Yeah! Friendliness! I might do a playthrough of this another time where I'm actually like a compassionate character, but this is my playthrough where I'm just going to be brutal. Brutal and dumb as Pancakeeas should be. Your mother runs forward and embraces you, grateful to look into your eyes once more. You are a fool, she wails, tears flowing down her cheeks as she holds you close. A fool! Over her shoulder, you see the Archon, your father. He stands dumbstruck around the other villagers, his eyes following you, although you are a stranger. The other villagers stand behind him at a distance. They are murmuring to each other. They look back and forth between you and your father as they are afraid of him suddenly. This is not how you imagined you would be received after such a triumph. What is the matter? And that's where I'm going to leave it off for this episode. So, if you like this, leave a like and a comment or, just stuff. And I will do more of these because I think it's pretty cool. If you like this format and you want to see more adventures of Pancakeeas, well, let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.